is going on? Oh, I know what's happening. Okay. Create. So we should be on YouTube and Facebook Live right now. Okay. I'm going to change the audio. No audio, perfect. Okay, so we gotta run over next door real quick.
Where's Catherine? I don't know, but the pictures are not downloading. I have to get them off of my computer and put them on a flash drive and get them over there. Yeah. So we gotta stretch.
He's up there.
Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Any looky loos. But I think we should plug it in just to be on the safe side. Because you're working too hard for it to be complicated.
I'm sorry.
We can plug it in. Okay.
It's finding my power. Okay, remember all those baskets of art supplies over there in the vendors area at the hotel? We still have the possibility of buying some raffle tickets to put in for them. 5 or 1?
1 for 5, 5
1
for 20,
for 5, or what was it? An
5
arm
for
length?
20, or an arm length is 40.
Bill size to the arm length, if you like. This is about 6 inches longer than mine. Well, raffle tickets are available if you want to increase your chances to get one of those baskets.
They're right up there. Walk right by.
Tonight, in just a few minutes, yes.
Yes, we can't have picture yet.
This
Is
a
it
nonprofit
broadcasting?
organization that tries to raise funds in as many ways as possible.
Yeah, the images won't download.
No, there'll be there's a designated money taker on it.
Okay, sure. They don't get me no matter what.
So they're broadcasting.
Shy. All right, there we go.
Okay, no, they're not gonna get pictures yet. Thanks.
Yes, what round? It'll be influential, much more.
Hey, Liz, what was it, 5, how many for 20? One
5
for,
tickets for 20. Arms like 40.
1 for 5.
1 for 5, 5 for 20.
Each guy? 40 for an arm, for each of you. Rosemary, you have to put your name on it. Oh, sure. Put them in the basket, by the basket.
Yep. I guess so.
In your phone.
Rosemary,
Rosemary, maybe we can have a second review.
Sure. No, because we're not talking tonight. We're gonna take it when we. So, in case we don't have the names, use your phone. Well, we can. Depending on how crowded it is.
Maybe put the tickets in your chair.
If you wanna carry them out there, that would be fine, but is there really enough? Okay, okay, I didn't realize how crowded. Okay, yeah, that would be great to carry them all up there. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna go ask Jane. Well, they're gonna put them on the front of the, if somebody wants to. We're bringing the baskets in and putting them to the front right now.
No skin in the game. You could win.
For the Masters, I'm going to say, announce your name, attendance, I do coming from the state, as I announce your name for being here, so that, otherwise, it would bring it back. And I'd rather do it.
John, did you write your name on all those?
Huh?
Did you write your name on all those?
I can't hear you. The tickets.
Did you write your name on the back of all those? Did you write your name on those?
I have to write my name on it? No. Tell me you are. No. That is not going to happen.
You can do it.
Huh?
Here, have some people help you write your name on all.
That's the only way to get it?
Yeah, otherwise how will they know?
The number corresponds. See, like, you keep one half.
It'll actually work if they're here. Yeah, the problem only happens when you're not here.
The problem only happens when you're not here. So yes, that will work. The numbers will work.
The problem only happens when you're not
So
So it's not a problem.
Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Anybody else? I'm almost out.
Okay, if you have a cell phone with you or something that makes an annoying noise, you might want to turn it off, please. Somebody's calling you? All right, okay. Well, maybe you just don't need the phone then. They're heavy. Okay, my name is John Michael Carter. I am the current president of Oil Painters of America. Don't worry, this will end soon. I'd like to welcome all of you to the 27th Annual Oil Painters of America Exhibition of Traditional Oils. I'd also like to have you recognize our staff and board of Oil Painters of America. Our board consists of volunteers who donate their time and efforts strictly out of the love for putting together exhibitions for our membership that are fair and honest and bring in some of the best paintings in the country for people to see and shows to participate. So if our board would stand up, please. We have staff members here too. I don't know where they are, but they work very hard and they do it basically for the love of doing it on very little pay. I would also like to thank Shirley Stocks and Richard Galusha. I've shown with Wild Horse Gallery for a number of years, and they brought a Western Regional to Wild Horse a couple of years ago, and they brought me over here across the street and to a gallery which looks nothing like the one that you were in this evening, and showed me a bunch of blueprints, and I thought, wow, this would work great for a national show, and they presented the idea to the board of SAM, and they agreed, and that was the start of this national show here in Steamboat Springs. So I want to thank Betsy Graspy. I believe you're the director of the museum, is that right, Betsy? And Rod Hanna, who is president of the board. And they did a great job. The museum is beautiful. The show looks great. And we want to thank all of them for being such gracious hosts and bringing us into the steamboat community with our show. I would like at this time to have Gary Suter, who's the city manager, come up and then say a few words, and then after Gary, I would like Ron Hanna to come up and say a couple of words.
Thanks, Michael. So I'd like to welcome all of you to the city of Steamboat Springs. I'm Gary Suter, city manager here in Steamboat Springs, and it's an honor and a privilege to have you all here. You are in the heart of the Steamboat Springs Creative District, recently designated Creative District, and it is a real economic driver in this community, and I just can't acknowledge that enough, how important the arts are for the city of Steamboat Springs. It was an incredible effort to bring all of us together and get this Creative District designation, but we were successful in doing that, and this is a really monumental occasion to basically show off our creative district, so thank you. I also wanted to acknowledge as well Betsy Graspy and Rod Hanna for their work in the Steamboat Art Museum, which is a city-owned building. And it was an incredible, remarkable effort to turn that building, which I saw basically gutted, into what it is today. So Betsy and Rod, thank you. Real quickly, I just want to acknowledge all of the artists that are here in town that graced our art museum. It is a city-owned building. And just talk about visionaries real quickly. I consider artists visionaries. I blew an interview one time where they asked me, are you a visionary? I said, no, I'm not a visionary. I'm a good administrator, but I'm not a visionary. But you all with this artistic skill, you see that third dimension that I don't see. And the only way I see three dimensions is like right here, real life. And yeah, you're in three dimensions. But it's amazing how you look at things. And my daughter's an artist, and I asked her one time looking at a landscape, well, what do you see when you see out there? She says, well, I see the landscape, but my brain thinks, how can I create that color palette on my artist palette? And I thought, wow, that's a really interesting way of looking at things. And I just admire all of you for how you look at things and bringing your talents to the canvas and that remarkable exhibition that we have next door. So thank you for that. I want to tell you to go out, enjoy Steamboat Springs. We have great restaurants here. We have great galleries here, wonderful shops here. Make sure you get and enjoy the outdoors. The outdoors is fantastic in the Yampa Valley here. It is inspirational, so go out, take it all in. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the outdoors. Be inspired. Welcome, and thank you. Rod Hanna, come on up.
Well, welcome to Steamboat Springs, and Michael, I just want to say that we really appreciate the faith that you had in us to take a building that, as Gary said, was gutted 2 years ago and transform it. This is a historic preservation project, and it was completed in December, and so we're just delighted that you all are here, and this commitment to host this was made a couple of years ago, and we were betting that we had the resources in this community to make it happen to what you saw tonight. And we really feel that the Steamboat Art Museum, as Gary said, is right in the middle of the newly designated Colorado Creative District here in Steamboat Springs, but it's also part of a downtown historic district. That's a historic building. It's on the National Historic Register. And my feeling is that what we are creating here in Steamboat Springs is much more of a art culture where why do artists and why are there communities that are known as art communities? It's because you have great terrain, you have wonderful light, which we have, I think, in spades. And then you start to have artists gather. And what do artists like to do? They like to collaborate with other artists and gain creative energy from other artists. And we think we're building on that. And so we're delighted that you're here. I guarantee you're making a presence on the locals. I keep hearing tonight from people saying, well, there's people all over the place painting. What's going on here? So you're making an impression, and I hope that you're enjoying your time here, and we really hope you come back and see us again soon. Thank you.
Okay, it is now time for the raffle drawing. Woohoo! So get your tickets out. And Carolyn, where are you, Carolyn? I'm sorry, what? I can't hear you.
Carolyn.
Oh, she's at the museum. Okay.
Do you want help, Catherine?
Basket number 1. Yeah, Michael, why don't you- Anybody else? We are at a limited time.
Eric Johnson?
Do you want to drop those out of there?
You know, we could really just hold it there, can't we?
I suppose
Mixed
we
up
could.
very well. Okay, so.
You're supposed to get your photograph taken.
This is where they took it. Okay.
L-E-R-B-A-N, Urban, West Coast.
Okay. Did it work?
Going way down to the bottom. Todd Channer. Todd wrote thank you on his.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I hope those are extra long art supplies.
One brush.
You want me back here? Or am I running away?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Smile, get close together.
Thank you.
Oh, we just have a number, so get your things out. Ready? 707-903. 707. Oh, I have tickets. No, it's not me. Okay, one of you guys. You got it?
You got it?
Yay.
Yeah, well, we need your name. Well, she'll have to give it to us. We've got the number, that's all that matters. Never come up.
Didn't have time to write names, sorry.
That's not all of it.
Oh,
Oh, I missed the most important part. Wait, look. Congratulations.
And the final basket, number 5. Susie, you want to do the honors?
Angela Trota, Trotta.
Is Angela here?
Thomas, let's see, that's address Thomas. No, maybe her last name is Thomas. Angela Thomas?
Angela Trota Thomas.
She put her phone number on here. We can call her on speaker.
We can call her, all
We'll
right.
get it to
She
her.
might be in the museum.
Well, it's possible.
She's probably running over here even as we speak.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Our next presentation, we're going to do a little memoriam for William Whitaker, one of our master signature members who recently passed away. Bill was very involved with OPA, and he was actually the Juror of Awards last year. And we are very fortunate that Casey Childs is here. Casey worked with Bill, and I think Bill was his mentor, so we're very pleased that he was able to come and do this presentation for us. Casey?
Thank you. Thank you. Bill, yes, Bill was my mentor. This is a huge honor for me to be here to talk a little bit about him. He was definitely very influential in me becoming an artist and who I am today and the work that I've done. I owe him so much, and it was a devastating loss to all of us who've known him and have been his have acquaintances with him or been friends with him. He was my teacher, my mentor, and my friend. And just to talk a little bit about him, if we can go to the next slide. Bill was born into art. If you go into the next slide, he was the only son of an artist father, his artist father, W. Farron Whitaker. And so he grew up in his father's studio, and he was encouraged to paint from the age of 6. And by the way, this presentation was put together by Sherry McGraw, and Jim Bruce, which they did a lovely job. And so I just wanted to add a little bit to what I've experienced with Bill going through this presentation. But he was encouraged at the age of 6 to paint, but and when he began college, he wanted to go into college and to be an artist, but his parents discouraged him. I think we all know how hard it is to be an artist, right? So he was discouraged to do that, and studied business instead. And he did. He got his business degree, but he always wanted to be an artist, and he always talked about following your feelings. Follow that path, that's only yours. And so his path was definitely very clear to him that he wanted to be an artist. And so after earning his business degree, he followed those feelings that inside of all of us to create, and became an artist. We can go to the next slide. This is actually a 1-hour study by his mentor, who was Alvin Gittins. When he studied at the University of Utah, he found Alvin Gittins, who was a portrait artist and a very well-known portrait artist at a time when there wasn't portrait artists. This was in the mid-'60s, where everything was abstract, expressionist, and so there really wasn't any teaching of this kind going on. And this is a portrait of Bill when he was at the age of 18 or 19, I believe. 1 hour, unbelievable. Go to the next slide. He had 2 missions. He served a mission for the LDS community by going on a religious mission to Germany, and then also his mission to bring beauty back into the world of art. I mean, he was creating realism in a time when realism wasn't popular, and it's unbelievable what he learned himself. If you go to the next slide, please. So after a short time at the Otis Institute in Los Angeles and working as a designer for Capitol Records, he came back to Utah and began teaching at BYU. And he began building their illustration department. And he's now respectfully, and and I think this was kind of labeled to him kind of posthumously, that he was the granddaddy of Utah artists. And he is. He really is. He's taught many of us Utah artists so much. And I was talking with Sandra, his wife, just a couple days ago, and this painting on the right was one of her favorites that he painted, all-time favorites. And he had many, many paintings. If you go to the next slide, please. Drawing became his passion, and capturing a person's spirit was his goal. And this is very true. I mean, he always talked about we're capturing the spirit. Next slide. The beautiful portrait of Rod Peterson. I believe this was his brother-in-law, if I'm correct, but he was a director. But wonderful, wonderful portrait. Next slide, please. The beauty of the human form was inspiration enough to last a lifetime. It truly was. He was always learning from the figure and always painting the figure, and it was definitely his passion. Next slide. And then finding the love of his life, Sandra would complete everything. He respected her so much. Excuse me, my eyes are sweating. He loved her very much, and they had a really special bond. And this desire to create beauty would become a blessed unrest for the remainder of his career, driving him to continue to learn and improve his work. Next slide. And he was a natural teacher. He was very generous of his time and was always willing to offer any advice, no matter what. I could call him up and ask him anything. Next slide, please. Because he was an avid student. Like I mentioned, he kind of had to figure this out on a time when there wasn't academies, there wasn't ateliers, no one was doing classical realism, and he figured it out on his own. That's a picture actually inside my studio. He was very generous, and particularly became a strong champion of women artists. Like, he was really strong about really making women artists the best that they can be, and he talked a lot about how women almost had an advantage over men in the sense that they could see more detail than we could. He talked about that. And next slide. And seeking refuge in the studio was all he required of a day well spent. I remember him saying how he said we're kind of peculiar in a way that we look forward to Mondays because over the weekend all we can think about is getting back in the studio and painting. So he was always in the studio, always working. His work ethic was something I definitely learned from him. Next slide. And his finished work belied his method of working. He was very classical, very very polished in his detail. But if you go to the next slide, his beginning was very loose and abstract, and that comes from his background, I believe, in growing up where everything was abstract. But it was really a beautiful way that he would work. He would definitely everything would be very very loose and built into a fine polish. I remember being in his studio and just talking with him about whatever, something I was asking him about, and he just spent over an hour working on one fold on this dress that he was painting, and it was just going over, just very meticulous. His dedication to excellence, it's a great loss to all of us. He definitely took me under his wing and showed me what a professional working artist looked like, and gave me the courage to follow. He will be greatly missed. I believe, is this our last slide? I know I was only supposed to take a few minutes, but he definitely was a deeply spiritual man. And if I could share this one last story with you, he in his studio, his final painting is still on his easel, and apologize. It's a painting of. Be strong. It's a painting of Butch Cassidy when he was just either 14 or 15, before he was Butch Cassidy. I'm sorry, I don't know the story, but it's a profile shot of Butch Cassidy on a horse, a young man, and there's a storm off in the distance, and the horse is galloping, and the boy is on the horse, and it almost looks like an Norman Rockwell, like kind of from a profile shot, and and the boy has a kind of a grin on his face. He's happy because he knows that he's heading. The painting is titled "Heading Home," and the horse knows where home is, and the horse is going home. So, Bill is home. And goodbye, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you for that moving tribute. It reminds us as artists we are part of a great tradition, and we all kind of stand, on the shoulders of those who came before us. And I think all of us can name those individuals who were essential to our becoming artists and essential to developing our skills as artists. And so that's kind of a reminder of how much we depend on other people and how much we owe them for where we are today. We are now going to announce the incoming signature member artist. These are artists who have been honored by their peers for having achieved a truly unique standing in this profession. They will now be able to put the OPA letters next to their name. And this obviously is our imprimatur to them, but it honors the oil painters of America because it shows the world what we're all about, the high level of skill and creativity that go into painting and that we represent, and they are ambassadors of the oil painters of America. And so it's truly a great honor to become a signature member and an honor to be able to honor them. So why don't we proceed with that? I'm not sure. I think we're going to hold our applause. Is that correct? What we would like you to do is when we announce your name is to come up and stand starting back there. And then when they all get up here, we're going to hand you your new pins, and then we can applaud then. How does that sound? Okay. No applause.
Okay, I'm going to announce your name, but first I want to say, Casey, that was beautiful. And we spent a lot of time working on our resume, but Bill clearly worked a long time on his eulogy, and that was beautiful. All right, so if you're here and your name is called, please come up. So the first is George Angelini. The second is Paul Batch, George Bowden, David Boyd, Victoria Castillo, who I believe is here, Todd Channer, who I believe is also here, Jane Chapin, Paul Chang, Sandra Kapora, Donald Curran, Sue Full, Kelly Folsom, Lisa Fricker, Kathleen Galbraith, Hans Gurin, Paula Holtzclaw, Susan Hotard, Shelby Keefe, Chuck Larave, Ann Larson, who I think is here, Rick McClure, Gail Morrison, Patricia Nabilin. Okay, here's a good one. You ready for this? Sivanada. Congratulations, Susie. I think I pronounced that right. Who's here? Susie Heyer, Mary Pettis, Doreen St. John, Deborah Tilby, Line Tutwiler, and Elizabeth Weltson. Big round of applause.
we're going to do pictures after.
You know what? Why don't we have all of the OPA signature members stand right now so we can all see who you are? And applaud everybody.
We're going to do the pictures after. It's too hard.
Professional organization. Pictures Thank you very much.
I was remiss in not mentioning one item. This presentation is going live stream through Facebook. So if you can go to your Facebook page and just like the page? And if you want to give it a score, that would be even better.
Yeah, there's a rating of 1 to 5, so it just takes a second.
Anyway, this is being done so that members who are not able to attend can see what's going on as it happens. All right. Our next item is to recognize new Master Signature members. The Master Signature is, of course, our highest award, and it is very difficult to achieve. Those who have submitted have to go through a jury of 5 masters to be chosen to receive this designation. So just like we did with the signatures, I would like those who are announced to come up on the stage and remain here if you are present. So I do not have a list, so I will need to look at the list on the board here. Kathy Anderson. Roger Dale Brown. Ken Cadwallader. Howard Friedland. James Tennyson. John Stobart. And as the sign says, congratulations to our new masters. That's not it. Did we give out the wrong thing? I didn't give that.
Some of the signatures may have gotten master pens.
Gave it to the signature.
Make sure, because I saw a signature in there.
And, let's see, thank you.
All right. James. Well, sir. Howard. Kathy. Roger. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Okay, this means you are obligated to put paintings into shows.
All right? No worries.
Come back at the end of the ceremony, we'll all have photos. Jane, you are up for the Members' Choice Awards. Did we get a count?
Hi. Okay. So it's an honor to be up here presenting this one. In the Associate Signature Division, the winner of the Members' Choice Honorable Mention, sponsored by Schminke, goes to Mary Beth Carouse. And in the Associate Signature Division, again, the winner is sponsored by My Mary Puro. It goes to Bruce Liston, OPA.
Bryce is here.
Okay. In the Master Signature Division, the winner of the sorry, should have taken these off. The Honorable Mention Award is sponsored by Gamblin, and that goes to Jeff Legg. And Master Signature Division, the winner is sponsored by Savoir Faire, and it goes to Kwang Ho. Trying to get pictures now of anybody?
We're gonna get them now.
All right.
Hi, everyone. The first Dorothy Driehaus Mellon Fellowship for Midwestern Artists was in 2009. And since then, Dorothy and the Richard H. Driehaus Foundation have helped numerous artists with the financial means to continue in their careers through both this award and the online showcase. Dorothy has been a longtime friend and supporter of OPA, and we are proud to ask her to come up and present the 2018 Dorothy Driehaus Mellon Fellowship for Midwestern Artists in the amount of $20,000.
And the winner is someone you all have voted on, Mary Beth Carouse for Orange Romance.
Stuart? Oh, they're probably totally unaware of this. Anyway, I just want to say that the plein air event this year, I think, was very successful. I hope you really enjoyed participating in it, and probably some of you were a little surprised that there were some pretty heavy hitters painting next to you. So the plein air edition is a fairly new addition to this conference and national exhibition. So we have 20 awards for pieces that were created this week, and 4 of the major awards will go to pieces that were painted outdoors, and 4 of the awards will go to pieces that were painted in studio, because we not only provide an opportunity to create paintings plein air, but also in a studio atmosphere. So the remaining awards were chosen by the judge and are distributed among the different divisions according to what the judge felt were the best paintings. So Richard Galusha was our judge, and Richard knows. You know who won the awards. He's got them right here. So if you want to read them out? Sure.
You know what, that's probably not a good idea. Let me do it with him.
Okay.
You want me to read them? You can read them.
I can do it.
Yeah, I'll just tell you.
Okay, these are the Award of Excellence, and there are a lot of awards here. So for the Award of Excellence for a painting called Highway 24th to Joseph Gersnick.
If you were present, please come up.
Okay, the Award of Excellence for a painting called Sunsplash goes to Mark Seisha. An award of Excellence by a painting called Pokey by Rich Alexander. An Award of Excellence for a painting called Entropy and Evolution, Susie Heyer. Award of Excellence for Old Man at the Depot by Lynn Fearman. An Award of Excellence for Young Women by Lynn Boyer. Award of Excellence for Hillside by Luis Escobedo. Award of Excellence for, I think I'm pronouncing this correctly, LaRousse, Amy Erickson. An Award of Excellence for Rabbit Ears Motel, Shelby Keefe. Award of Excellence for Lilacs and Laurel on Laurel Street, Nancy Boren. An Award of Excellence for Rabbit Ears Pass, Nancy Hall. An Award of Excellence for 7 O'Clock Shadows, Kathy March Redinger. Okay, let me make sure I get this right. These are the 4th through first place, and I'm going to do the plein air pieces first. So this is 4th place. It's Aspens by Kathy Anderson. Third place is Morning at the Falls by Greg Scheibel. Second place is Spring Color by Stacy Peterson. And first place, Fish Creek Falls by Dave Santianos. All right, these are the awards for the studio, 4th through 1st. Fourth place for Mixed Pansy, Mustafa Kenyani. Third place is for Woman with Necklace by Eric Gunn. Second place is Blue and a Slice of Orange, Jeremy Gooding. And first place, Silas by Eric Johnson. Thank you.
Show me the money. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we will take pictures afterwards. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I'd like to remind everyone that the Art Depot will be open after the awards ceremony, so it's kind of a party, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, that is a party that will be happening. So you can see all these pieces in person if you haven't had an opportunity to do so. Okay, we are coming to the main event. We will now be doing the awards for the national show. I'd like to introduce Craig Tennant, who kindly served as judge for this year's show. Craig, of course, you know, has been a master with OPA for a long period of time. I'm sure you know his work through Prix de West and also many OPA exhibits. He's a great painter and highly qualified to serve as judge in in what you can imagine is a very difficult show to pick from. So I'd like to invite Craig up to say a word or two, and then we're going to announce the awards.
Well, I'm just honored to be here and honored to be chosen as a judge. This was very difficult. This is the first judging I've ever done, and I have been around probably 15 years at Prix de West looking at the greatest Western art in the country every year, and there's nothing better than what I saw today. And I did the judging last week, and there are artists here that belong in Prix de West and would make the judges at Prix de West to reconsider who they give awards to every year. And I just want to applaud the signature members and the masters that are here that really did a wonderful job.
I would also like to congratulate all of you who were chosen to be in this show, whether you win an award or not. It's a tough show to get into. All right?
Okay, I'm going to make it easy on Craig, and I'm going to actually announce the winners. And if you are here, please come on up, and then we'll stay after for pictures later. We'll speed it up a little bit. So we're going to start out with the Master Signature Division. And the first award is the Cheryl Smithson Founders Award for Master Signature Members, and that's a donation from the Cheryl Smithson family. The winner is Jeff Legg for Red Aria.
very much.
Do you want?
We'll do pictures afterwards.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. The next award is the Impressionist Award of Excellence. It's sponsored by the Michael Harding Handmade Artist Oil Colors, and the winner is Nicolo Balkanski for Blue September, Grand Mesa.
There he is.
Oh.
Congratulations.
The next award is the Realism Award of Excellence. It's funded by Blue Ridge Oil Colors and FASO. The winner is Nancy Howe for Kintsugi. No, she's not here. The next award is the Donors Award of Excellence. It's a cash donation by Bella Muse Productions and the Friends of OPA. The winner is Kathy Anderson. Red nasturtiums with mixed pottery. Oh, sure. You want to do that?
The later.
Gotcha. You tell me when.
Beautiful things. Oh.
No, just kidding.
The next award is the Most Original Award of Excellence. It's funded by Southwest Art Magazine, and the winner is Dodd Aucrief for Gossip.
Oh, he is here, okay. Congratulations.
I chose this piece because I have been there. This, you can just imagine just all of this action going on around you. You're trying to find peace. This is a great painting.
The next award is the Bronze Medal Award. It's funded by Fine Art Connoisseur Magazine, and the winner is Christopher Zhang for A Couple in Front of the Holly Temple. I don't believe he's here tonight. The Silver Medal Award is funded by American Art Collector Magazine, and it's valued at $6,200. And the winner is Jan Peng Wang for Composition of the Oriental.
Oh, good.
Congratulations. Okay. Oh, we're at the Gold Medal Award. Did you want to say something about that last piece?
No.
No, okay. We're on to the Gold Medal Award in the Master Signature Division. It's $7,500 cash, and the winner is Zhao Zhang for Boat Place.
I chose this painting for one specific reason, is when you get up close to this painting, you see how this man placed every single brushstroke. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. Every place that he used his brushes really well. Is he here?
No, he's not.
He's not here? Okay, give him another round of applause.
Okay, now we're on to the Associate and Signature Division. And again, if your name is called, please come on up. And please, if you've won an award, stay after for pictures. So the first award is the Neil Patterson Award of Excellence. And the winner is Soltram Tenzin for Distant. Let's see. The next award is the Still Life Honorable Mention, and the winner is Kyle Ma for White Roses. The next award is the Still Life Award of Excellence, funded by Blick Art Materials. The winner is Ann Craft Walker of Sand and Sea. The next award is the Seascape Honorable Mention, funded by Williamsburg Handmade Oil Colors and Ampersand Art Supply. The winner is Rebecca Lear for Turbulence. The Seascape Award of Excellence is a merchandise certificate funded by Savoir Faire, and it goes to Michael Situ, OPA, Evening in Laguna Beach. The Portraiture Honorable Mention, funded by Williamsburg Handmade Oil Colors and Rosemary and Company Brushes. The winner is William Schneider, OPA, for Reckless. The Portraiture Award of Excellence, funded by Michael Harding Handmade Oil Colors, goes to Patrick Meehan, OPA. A Moment Alone. The Landscape Honorable Mention, it's a cash donation funded by Wild Horse Gallery, and a merchandise certificate by Master Pack. The winner is David Dibble for 5 more minutes. The next is the Alden Bryan Memorial Landscape Award of Excellence. It's a cash donation from the Alden and Mary Bryan Arts Fund and the Vermont Community Foundation. The winner is Christine Lashley for Blues and Gold.
Christine, I know you're here. Where are you?
Oh, she's next door. Should we give her a minute? Christine, if you're watching this,
text her?
you can come over. Should we keep going and then just come back? Okay. The Figurative Honorable Mention Award, it's an oil color set funded by M. Graham and Company and a merchandise certificate from Art Frames. Goes to William Angrisano for my daughter Gabriel and her dog Boo. The next is the John August Dietrich Memorial Figurative Award of Excellence. It's a cash donation from Raymar Art. The winner is Bryce Liston, Deep in the Night. Yay, she made it! That was a very quick run. I think that was a record.
No, you got to shake hands. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, the next is the Animal Honorable Mention. It's funded by JFM Enterprises and Liliadol Video Productions. The winner is Diane Frossard for Afternoon Solace. Excuse me. And then we have the Animal Award of Excellence, funded by Artwork Archive Lifetime Master Account. The winner is Derek Penix for Swirling Koi. The next award is the Impressionist Honorable Mention. It's funded by Gamblin Artist Oil Colors and Airfloat Systems. And the winner is Brent Jensen for Drying the Sails in Kennebunkport. The next is the Ted Gershner Memorial Impressionist Award of Excellence. It's funded by Friends of Ted Gershner, and the winner is Rusty Jones for Evening Glow. The next is the Realism Honorable Mention. It's funded by Treckle Art Supply and Master Pack, and the winner is Jeremy Gooding for Autumn Reflections. The next is the Art Renewal Center Realism Award of Excellence. It's $1,000, and it goes to Mark Boges for Vermont Winter.
I'd just like to say that this guy is incredible. This is a tanker truck in the middle of a town. I mean, who would ever consider painting anything like that? And it is beautiful. It is totally, and it's sold. It's gone.
The most original honorable mention, funded by Treckle Art Supply and Rosemary and Company Brushes, goes to Susan Lindsay for Shadow Dancer. And the most original award of excellence, funded by Blick Art Materials, goes to Jan Zhang for Cherry Flowers. The President's Award of Excellence, which is a cash donation of $1,000 funded by past Presidents Zhui Tu and Betty Schmidt, goes to Jane Hunt for West of Town. The Outstanding Composition and Technique Award of Excellence, funded by Artwork Archive Lifetime Master Account, goes to T.J. Cunningham for Where the Trout Live. The Best Associate Honorable Mention, which is an easel light funded by Revelite, goes to Donald Darst for The Bird Scoop. Come on down. Congratulations. The Best Associate Award of Excellence, which is a cash donation from FASO and a merchandise certificate from Cheap Joe's Art Stuff, goes to Phil Boatwright, Along in the Mohawk. The Best Signature Honorable Mention, again, an easel light from Revelite, goes to Tom Nackreiner for No One Home. The Best Signature Award of Excellence, also a cash donation from FASO and a merchandise certificate from Cheap Joe's Art Stuff, goes to John W. Taft, OPA. A Little Saturation. Okay, John, come on over if you're watching this. Okay, now we're getting down to the last three. This is a Bronze Medal Award. It's funded by Plenaire Magazine. It's a full-page advertisement valued at $3,995. And the winner is Nathaniel Scusin for Beholding to None.
Thanks so much.
What about,
Oh, they're next door.
You actually didn't have it. Sweet.
Yeah, the top 3 awards do receive medals. We have them engraved. They were over at the museum, so you probably all saw them over there. The Silver Medal Award, funded by American Art Collector magazine, which is a 2-page feature article on the award winner. It's valued at $6,200, goes to John Potoshnik, OPA, for Be Still My Soul. And lastly, we have the Gold Medal Award winner. Oh. John! Oh. Hey, you made it. Yes. Very nice, thank you, congratulations. That was John Taft. We're back at the Best Signature Award of Excellence for John. Congratulations. Okay, now we're ready for the Gold Medal Award. And this is funded by OPA. It's $25,000. Do you want to announce this one? Sure.
Do I have to get my glasses on?
Oh,
for
okay.
this? Oh, my goodness. Okay, I think this painting is brilliant. I don't want to embarrass you, but I'm going to. That this has got everything in it that you need to put into a painting. The storyline, when I saw it, is just incredible. The broken wings and the girl sitting in the window is not a sad piece. How you ever did it without making her sad and making us sad by looking at it, but we all know that the pain that goes through just our life experiences. And I just congratulate you on a brilliant piece, and I'm happy to give you that award because you deserve it. Come on up here.
Thank you.
You can say a few words if you want.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm speechless. I already spoke to you, so you don't need to hear from me again. But this is unbelievable. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, OPA. Thank you, Bill, for helping jury on high. I don't know, but this is unbelievable. And just thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations. Wow, that was exciting. So we are actually not quite done yet. We're almost there. But we are going to, oh, Kurt, you're going to chat now.
I'm going to
Come on up.
just a little.
All right.
I won't take long. So we're going to talk about next year. Next year we're going to have this event in St. George, Utah, both the show and convention, and we're very excited about that. It will be exhibiting at the Illume Gallery, Authentique Gallery, and the Mission Gallery. Yes, that's 3 different galleries, but they're all owned and operated by Jane Bell Meyer, and she's one of the big powerhouses in the art world today in Utah, and we're very excited that she's agreed to do this show. Those of you who came to the Western Regional Show know what a beautiful venue that was and how successful and how wonderful they were as hosts. And you also know what a terrific plein air location that is as well. This is near Zion National Park. It's just the most spectacular scenery in the country near St. George. So we're very excited about that as well. And to tell you more about it, I will let the director of Illume Gallery speak to you, Jane Bell Meyer.
I
I'm so excited. I won't bore you too much. Are we having the film strip? I believe in big productions. I had so much fun doing the Western Regional Show, and was so excited the day that they called. It was actually Michael Carter, and I thought he was joking because we were having a huge flood in our gallery, and so I thought it was an actor friend of mine, playing with me. And so I wasn't very respectful at first, and then I got very respectful. But it was the most amazing experience. We got to work with, first of all, this staff is so amazing. They all have you in mind. And for me, my passion was acting and singing. And I lost one of my vocal cords, and then what was I going to do? So I had been collecting art since I was in rock bands in the 70s and used my gig money. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to give all of that to you. And at first it was interesting. People said, do you know what you're doing? And I went, no, but I know I'll be good at it. That was 15 years ago. And so, first of all, we're all frauds to begin with, right? And then we have to prove it. And what helps me to prove it every day are the artists that work with me, the artists who put their faith in me. And I represent many of the artists who are in here, and I'm very lucky to do that. And we're a family. We're not just a group of artists. We care about each other, and we serve each other. And anyway, so after we did this really fun Western Regional Show, and we sold the pants off it. It was so much fun. I've got some great collectors, and my collectors come from all over the country, so that's great. And so after we did that, I thought, oh, wow, I really like a challenge. I want that national show. And I want it next year. And so, these guys were so nice to give that to us. And we plan on doing a great job for you. St. George is growing. It's the fastest growing metropolitan area in the country right now. And so it's growing. There's fun things to do at night. The restaurants are getting better. And so that's good. I can make suggestions. We are planning every day to have music. We've already got things lined up, people lined up. We have great groups coming to perform. We have entertainment for all of the artists at night, so and suggestions. And the people that work with me, I never say people work for me because we work together. So Wyatt and Carol and Kim and all of the other people that work with me and all of my friends, including Scott Jones, who hangs out with me. I really love that. So and gives me all of his good ideas. Anyway, we will all be there, plus these guys. And I hope, this is so tremendous. I hope that I see all of you again. I hope I see you on my walls. And I really enjoyed the way you hung your museum. It was great. I got some good ideas, took some good pictures. And so we plan on hanging you well, and we plan on, again, selling the pants off you. So I can't wait to see you next year. Here's the date. Okay. The 6th of May to the 12th of May, and the next day is Mother's Day, so it's off. So it's from Monday through Saturday. And so do plan that. And if you decide to bring your wives with you or your significant others, we'll have some good ideas for them too. Okay.
Okay, we're almost there. I just wanted to say, let's see, James Tennyson. Where's James?
Right here.
Oh, no, not James. James. Where's James? James, did you miss the master? Or was it the, Okay, never mind. Okay, Kurt, you're up.
All right. I just want to say we've come a long way with the OPA. I think every year our show gets a little better and more exciting, and I think we come closer and closer to our ultimate goal, which is to make this exhibition sort of the great national salon of representational painting, of being the place where every good representational painter wants to be every year. We want to be, we are the place where every established artist, where every up-and-coming artist wants to be. That's what we want, and every year we get a little closer to that. I also think we're the place where every person who aspires to become better painters come to learn and to absorb from all the great art that's here and all the artists that are participating. And I also think we are coming closer and closer to our goal of being the destination where patrons, people who are excited and want to see great art and want to buy it, come. And I think very soon they'll be knocking down our doors to come to these exhibitions and to purchase these paintings. And so I'm very excited about how far we came this year, and I want to thank everyone who made it possible. Thank you.
So before we leave, we are having drinks over at the Art Depot and an opportunity for you to come over and look at the plein air work. The work is for sale, and you can go tomorrow as well, but we hope to see you over there. And finally, I just want to say thank you to the City of Steamboat Springs. I cannot tell you how marvelous it has been to have the whole city behind us. Chula Beauregard, Shirley Stockton, Richard Galusha, Betsy Graspy, Dottie Zabel. I can't tell you, volunteers up 20 volunteers, 12 models. I mean, they all came out they all wanted to help us, and it just made for a perfect week. So I would like everybody to stand up and give a round of applause to everybody from Steamboat Springs. It's been a really great week. Thank you so much. All right, we will see everybody over at the Art Depot. Be careful where you park. They're very particular. There's a bike path, so be careful you're not on the bike path. We don't have it.
Remind them about photos.
Oh, and please stay for pictures.
The award winners.
The award winners.